didn't we?
We finished down yesterday.
Down. What happened? Say it ain't so. What happened?
Say it ain't so. We were down 48 points, closed at 21,136 in another light day of trading. Boeing sold off a little and accounted for most of most of the loss of the Dow. The JOLTS report came in at a new record high, and oil was up 1% to 48.20. And things have been pretty quiet this week before the UK elections tomorrow and the Fed meeting next week.
Yeah, all eyes on England with that vote to see what happens with Theresa May and her new government. I'll let you clear your voice, and we'll get to you. You mentioned the JOLTS report. What is that?
Yeah, the JOLTS report showed 6.04 million new jobs available in April. Now, that's a new high. Most of the growth was in the hospitality, like restaurants and hotels. The report showed hiring slowed, so some employers are not finding qualified workers. All in, the labor market added 2.2 million new jobs this past year. That's a big number.
All good news. All right, what's the yield on the 10-year Treasury doing?
Now, the yield on the 10-year U.S. Treasury fell to a new low for 2017. It closed last night at 2.14%. It was as high as 2.6 in March, but it's been going lower ever since. China is considering adding to their holdings after slowing down last year, which would drive up the price and push the yield down. As much as countries badmouth the U.S., they like to invest their money here. So.
That is true, and even though the stock market is at record highs, people still putting their money in those 10-year Treasury bills is interesting.
Yeah, they really are, and it is kind of interesting that they're putting it in both aspects of the market, our stock market and our bond market. So.
Yeah, all right. And then what's this Harvard endowment? I'm afraid to ask. How much money do they have?
No, it's kind of interesting. The Harvard's endowment fund spent years building an 8,500-acre dairy farm with 5,500 cows in New Zealand, and now they are selling. They paid about $40 million and added millions in improvements. They have an offer for $70 million, so they made good money on it. They are selling because Harvard wants to revamp their investment policy and add more liquidity. So it's just funny that the Harvard endowment owned a cow farm in New Zealand.
And they bought it for $40 million, and now they're selling it for $470 million?
No, they're selling it for $70 million.
Oh, for $70 million. Okay. They still made a nice chunk on it, though.
Exactly. That's not a bad return.
Not a bad return. There you go. All right. What are the markets going to do today, Scott Crothers?
I'd say that Dow looks flat. It's a light day with no major economic news, so it's going to be light today.
All right, good. You come back, read everything that happens, and tell us about it tomorrow. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks. Bye.
644, Big 550, KTRS. Lindsay Davis is following the